Hey Dingdongs, it's me, and welcome to my savcast. This episode is brought to you by the millennial Hippy Mami Wife. So it's December 2022, and I've always wondered, why do people say the holidays are stressful? I was more unsure of this when I was younger and less experienced, but I think I can come up with a few reasons on why that might be now. Now, personally, I like this time of year because it means I get to see my family. We do a big party, and it was always something to look forward to at the end of the year. Post kids, it has changed a little bit, but I still like the holiday time and I'm still excited for it. Maybe not Christmas Day so much. I think I've said that in a previous video before, but the month in general of December, I don't mind. So winter activities, holiday parties, light displays, movies, decorations, those are all fun to look at. Sorry, I'm like snacking on yogurt. I will say that I really wasn't a big fan of like outdoor Christmas lights for my own home because I've never had that opportunity until now, but my husband is into doing Christmas lights outside, so that's been a different change for me. I'm slowly, I guess, kind of getting warmed up to that aspect. This year and over the years, I've slowly started to collect and make Christmas decorations without going overboard. I look forward to the after Christmas sales when everything is like 80% off, because that's when we go shopping for our Christmas decorations. And we stock up for the next year. Now that I have kids, I'm still trying to figure out our traditions and figure out what Christmas looks like for us and what I want it to be about in my household. Definitely still don't want it to all be about gifts, but somebody is trying to guilt trip me about not buying our kids anything yet. And I feel like if you have that expectation set up, then just imagine how your kids are going to feel if you come into Christmas or the holiday season like expecting to give gifts or receive gifts, and your kids are seeing that from you. They're gonna be like, oh my god, where's my gifts, where's my presents? Like, as parents, I feel like it's your job to set a certain expectation for all things, but particularly Christmas gifts, so they know what to or not to expect. Like, my kids are 1 and 3, you know? They're not fully aware, but now my 3-year-old, for some reason, he's like already trying to like open presents because he knows that there's some presents that are waiting for him. I didn't give them to them. I didn't start that. But here are some reasons that I've come up with. They may be some obvious ones about why the holidays are stressful for people. So number one, and a big one, I think, is finances. I think there's too much societal pressure on what a good Christmas looks like, how much you're supposed to spend. Does everybody get a gift? Do only the kids get gifts? What's the spend limit? Already, it's a lot of questions, and it can be a lot for some people. And if you're already struggling financially, imagine having that feeling of being obligated to buy presents for X amount of people in your family or that you know. Spend extra money you don't really have just because it's Christmas and this is what we do. I think we need to normalize on not focusing on gifts if we can't afford it, or we simply just don't want to. That's okay. You have that choice, and I don't think anyone should make you feel a certain way because you don't want to partake in a specific aspect of anything. We also have to be smarter with our money too, and one way to do that is not spending money that we don't have. So many people go into debt for Christmas, and it's crazy, especially right now with inflation being so high. Things cost more and people are spending more. That just doesn't really make sense because people also necessarily don't have more money to spend. Number two, people also lose their loved ones around this time. So imagine the big ordeal of Christmas and then grieving the loss of one or multiple people. That's enough to be stressed out. I know that every year around this time, like, I don't know anyone personally yet. Thankfully, I don't have to, but a lot of people lose loved ones around this time. And I don't know, like, how I could cope when you're trying to, like, do everything that you need to do, and then you're feeling sad and down about that person that you lost. That's a lot. Number 3 is seasonal depression, which is my fave, because I suffer from this tremendously. The holidays are supposed to be a jolly old time, but how on earth is that possible when everything is dead, dark, freezing, depending on your geographical location? You can't get out of your PJs, and you're bored out of your mind with your kids, if you have any. It definitely puts a damper on things. Like, I hate this time of year to the core. Like, I hate it. Because I live in Washington, I hate November to April. But I also like it only because of some of the few things that take place during this time in December. And number 4, family gatherings, family parties. Maybe you have a split family like I do, and you have to go to several places or family gatherings for the holidays. Your mom's side of the family, then your dad's, then your spouse's, or this family member doesn't get along with this family member. We used to do that, and sometimes it was annoying because it was all on the same day. Everybody lives everywhere. You can't stay too long at one place. You gotta time everything just right. And imagine packing your kids along for the ride, like, especially if you had little ones. Like, older ones, they're more adaptable, I feel like, but little ones, packing your kids along for the ride, not fun. When you're tired, they're tired or hungry, is a lot. And then what if they're all potluck parties? That's 4 dishes. I don't know, I have 4 parties in my mind. That's 4 dishes that you have to chug around in your car and bring to the next party, or store-bought if you know it's good for you. That's not so bad. And now that we're in 2022, now you have to worry about catching all these diseases and the COVIDs from gathering with all of these people. Like, damn, that sucks. That's a reason not to gather. Gathering is fun. So yeah, those are all the reasons. Those are some of the more apparent reasons. What originally inspired this video was my cousin-in-law posted that she wasn't excited for Christmas now that she's a mom and she has kids, and I was like, why? So thank you, you know who you are. Basically, it is a lot of prep work. It's a lot of mental work, physical work, financial work, just work in general. It's just a lot for the end of the year. There's a lot of things going on during this time of year, but I do want to say only you have the power to change what the holidays mean to you. If you have any other reasons that could add insight to why the holidays are stressful, then please drop those down below in the comments. We would all appreciate it. Well, that wraps up this episode of my savcast. I hope I was able to share some words for thought, wisdom, some insight. And until next time, bye, ding dongs!